and the Martha situation. And when God spoke to me and he said to me, he's like, these formulas are here, and to this coming to this country, the Bahamas, it's going to heal the land of COVID and other types of diseases. And when I'm like, oh my God, what is this that I've just gotten myself into? But, not only to say that, and then, afterwards, COVID changed a whole lot of things for me. And for the better, I believe it is. And I'm speaking that over myself, that it not only reversed, recover, and restore some things inside of my body, it gave me the opportunity to say, mentally, because COVID, I was released from my former job. And let me tell you something. In most cases, that should have actually destroyed me, but it didn't. I thank God for Sanki Global. Thank God for Queen Ruth Ann. Thank God for Queen Donnelly. Thank God for Dr. FRANCO. Thank God for Fabi. Thank God for Queen Helen. Thank God for the team that is here with Sanki, because they had me busy on Zoom calls, learning this product, learning this one. And I'm like, I was just busy. And I'm still busy. I'm just learning more and finding out more things about the company. And, I'll tell you another testimony. So I'm just so thankful, because it kept me so busy and kept me so focused. And because it's health and wellness information and formulas, it's right up my alley. And most of you know me that this is one thing that I've always been into, making sure that the body of Christ is healthy, wealthy, and we're able to go and do what we're supposed to do. So, the other one, I have got so many different whys, but one in particular that was really touching to me was not only that situation there that Queen Donnelly and I went through when we first was introduced to it, but the fact that I played soccer for 30 something years, and I damaged my toenail on my right toe, my big toe. And that toenail was always cracked. I don't care how many times I go and get my nails done and they cut it. If I go play soccer or if I just put on sandals, it would always get hooked into something. So the nail would still rip. But let me let y'all know, to this day, when I went to do my nails in December, it was, to get a pedicure, I screamed in the lady's chair, and she's like, "What happened? Did I nip you?" I said, "No, you didn't." I said, "Wait. I'm shocked. Is that toe all right?" She's like, "Ain't no toe crack there. That toenail is fine and repaired. It's fine." I screamed. I'm like, OMG. I said, "Oh my God." It only could be because of still praying and because of these products, these formulas, the Belage, the Inner Seven, the Quinui, and the Saki that is in my system, reversing my cells, restoring it, recovering it. It was just amazing. And I could now wear my sandals. I could still play soccer, kick a soccer ball, and not worrying about my toenail cracking all the way down to the bed. And it's amazing. And all the pain, it is gone, totally gone. Like I said, I've got so many stories, so many testimonies, but my kids, everybody in my family, or even friends and family that I contact, and they tell me their Sanki story. So this is my why. And I'm just thankful for Sanki Global, because honestly speaking, I don't know what I'd be doing otherwise. I really don't know. So that's my why. And I just thank you for listening, and, share my story, share my testimony. And like anybody else who knows me, health, fitness, staying healthy, keeping clean, just doing the right thing. It's always been a part of me. So if God's in it, I'm in it. And he said, you got to stick with this. I've got to stick with it. So I'm just thankful for being here. So right back to you, Queen Ruth Ann. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh my God. Yeah. So now we're going to hear the why of this amazing nurse. I remember Nurse Donnelly calling me, say, "Girl, I've been speaking to this nurse in Florida. She's gotten her products, and oh my God, she has a testimony." So she immediately calls her. And I mean, this lady is screaming on the phone. She has the excitement. She has the energy. Like, she is parring and sparring with me on energy. And I'm like, oh my God, I love her energy. Whoop, whoop. That's what I'm talking about. And then we get disconnected. Like in the middle of the story, I'm like who's disconnect you right in the middle of the juicy part, that juicy part. My ears are like on the edge of its seat, waiting to hear the juice. And we get disconnected. And would you believe we can't even get connected? So I can't even get back to the call to hear the juiciness. So I'm like, well, mother sake, like, who's give you half a story? And you know, sometimes we embellish the story or make it longer. So you're talking for at least 20 minutes. You're going to get the story out from the first 2 minutes, but you talk for 20 minutes. So the story never came out. So I was introduced to this dynamic lady. So I want to introduce you to those on the line. Nurse Jennifer Charles, did you make it to the call?
Good evening, everyone. And thank you so much for taking the time out of your beautiful Saturday afternoon to join in this launch. I want you to know that I have invited you here because this launch is for you, not about me. Okay, because what we're about to offer you today is so amazing. It's going to change all your lives, all your family's lives, and you know, you're going to reach your friends. This is a kingdom mission. Okay, this is going to reach far and wide. Okay, listen, we are not meant to be sick. We are not meant to have this ease. Okay, this is something that we don't. It's not part of the plan. Okay, not part of the kingdom plan. And in my heart, in my life, I embrace the fact. As a nurse for many years, I've seen suffering, and I've always thought to myself, there must be a better way. There must be something else. I mean, sure, we're doing this the best we can. That's what we were taught, but I'm seeking for more. My heart is running to something better. Okay, and I'm just so happy to say that we found something that's just revolutionizing this industry of health and wellness, okay? And I believe, okay, that health is wealth, okay? So this is my actual, my slogan in this whole entire launch, and from here on in, that if you don't have health, you don't have wealth, okay? Now I'm just gonna share a little bit of my story now that I've welcomed you all. I woke up Mother's Day weekend morning, and one whole side of my face was not moving, was not working. Okay, I don't know. I mean, there was nothing that I could say happened before I went to bed. Ruth Ann, this is the story. Queen Donnelly, thank you. This is the story, and I, as a nurse, you know, you go through all these isms in your head. Well, you know, it's this, it's that. I did not want to label it because I did not want to label myself with any kind of dis-ease, okay? And I prayed about it, and everyone is telling me what is wrong with me, and I am not accepting it, and I am not embracing it. I am moving forward to get beyond it. Okay, and that's my only mission. I wasn't looking for pills or potions or lotions or anything like that. I was looking for something restorative, not a Band-Aid. Okay, Band-Aids fall off, and then it gets worse. Okay, so one of my spiritual mentors, Dr. Scott, he's on here, and he said to me, and he introduced me to Queen Donnelly. And that's when this whole beautiful story that I'm sharing now started. I had been to the doctors, of course. I had done acupuncture, and it was really working in a physical aspect. If you looked at me, it was better. But internally, and the actual, you know, what was underneath is what I needed the healing in, and the restoration in. And then Queen Donnelly, we got the products, and I started using them, and something amazing happened. Listen, a lot of amazing things happened. Things that I didn't know were wrong started to get right. Let's just get that out of the way. But I'm talking about this situation with my face. So my face started jumping, twitching, okay, uncontrollably. And I'm thinking, okay, you know, like the nurse again, if you're not careful, you will start to think of all the worst things, you know? And again, I'm hearing, you know, whispers, oh, it might be petite seizures, it might be this, it might be that. I send all of that right back to the pit of hell where it came from, okay? Because I was not receiving any of that. But I just kept praying, and something, I could have just, if I was scared, you know, but God has not given us a spirit of fear. I could have been afraid and stopped taking the product and think, oh my gosh, maybe it's the product, because that's what they were telling me. Well, guess what, guys? It was the product, but it wasn't hurting me. It was healing me. What it was doing, it was restoring all those muscles that you didn't even know could move, because you never generally see them move. And they were just moving on their own because they were all asleep for a long time. Okay. And they were just twitching on their own because they were waking up. They were waking up. It was like, oh, hey, hey, hey. And it was just firing all over, and only on the affected side. That's what made me know it wasn't a problem. It was the restoration happening, because it wasn't all over my face and random at different parts of my body. It was only healing the affected side. Listen, guys, I have pictures of the before and the after, okay? And I just want to say thank God for Sanki. I want to say thank God for Mr. Scott, my spiritual mentor that introduced me to Queen Donnelly and Queen Ruth Ann. And today I get to meet beautiful Queen Rhonda. And we are doing this thing together, okay? We are getting the word out. Again, listen, there's things that's in your body that need healing that cannot be seen from the outside. It cannot be seen by the other. You could be walking down the road looking perfect, dressed perfect, smell perfect. You know, everything is immaculate. But there may be things inside you that needs to be restored. And this is what this whole mission is about. This kingdom wellness mission is to reach that part of you, okay, that can't be seen with the naked eye. And that is my biggest why. And I'm just going to turn it back over so I don't be here with all my excitement taking up the whole the whole session, because I can't do that, guys.
Thank you so much, Nurse Charles. Yes, see, guys, I told you her energy matches mine. It's like super contagious. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, ladies. And like I said, this is for you. This is for you. This is your launch. And like Nurse Charles said, technically, this is for y'all, guys. All of you out there, we are doing this for you. We are inviting you to listen in on something that will simply blow your mind. And so I'm going to bring up a gentleman that I have met now. I consider him my spiritual dad. He's my dad. I've adopted him. He's adopted me. And this gentleman, and he's considered and called affectionately Bro Dr. Franco Taylor. He is a natural medical doctor. The letters after his name is DDMHHEBHHNND. And he's a servant and for the Lord of Christ. That is what he is. He considers himself a health evangelist. So you can see how having these two spiritual filled women on this call, to have a gentleman like Dr. Franco Taylor to then introduce their products, who else could we have? Who else could we have? This natural medical doctor has been doing what he does for over 40 plus years and doesn't look a day past 40 himself. I'm telling you, I'm asking you. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to bring up and introduce to some and present to others Dr. Franco Taylor. Did you make it to the call?
There we go. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, and I can see you. Take it away.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. A great day, great day, great day. It's a plum-pleasing pleasure to be here with you. I sort of look at that. I'm being a country boy. I just say it's a plum-pleasing pleasure to be here with you all. And for Nurse Jennifer Charles, what happened to you was just in the scriptures in Leviticus 17:11. It says that the life of the flesh is in the blood. The blood is circulating well, you have good life. And so all that was happening there was that blood was beginning to circulate again. fresh blood and oxygen and energy into the body so it could start just operating the way it was supposed to. So that was a blessing. And to Rhonda Burroughs, I just take it a great pleasure to be here, to be a part of you, both of your launch. And this is a powerful piece. And I hope that everybody listening will really, really do something for me if you would. It's really for you, but for me, if you would take out a piece of paper and you would take notes. You see, we get to a certain point where we just think we know everything and we don't want to, you keep learning. I learn every day. I learn every single day. I'm in my 70s and I just refuse to quit learning. So I hope that in some small way, these 42 years that God has given me as a health evangelist, okay, a health evangelist, because when Christ was on this earth, what did he do? He did more feeding of the hungry, raising of the dead, dealing with psychological problems. People had demoniac minds, okay? He did more of that than he did preaching. But when he touched them where they needed touching, guess what? They asked him, why would a man like you do something like that for someone like me? And then he would say, because it is written, my Father has spoken. In other words, he touched them and they asked him for a Bible study. Y'all didn't get that, okay? So if you just touch people where they need touching, you don't pray with them. You pray with them, but that's not all that they need. Sometimes they need touching, and we've got a formula and a system where we can touch them where they need it, and then they'll follow you back to church, okay? So let's do this. I just want to, we're going to call this the kingdom within you, and it's really important what I'm going to say, but before I go into, I'm just going to talk a little bit about our microbiome, our healing, our immune system that our body has. And let me just tell you a little bit about it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, just so that we understand. Right about now, we've got all these people that are ill. Everybody's afraid of COVID-19. No one's thinking about the fact that flu has been killing more people than COVID-19 will probably ever kill. We're not even paying attention. We've gotten numb to the fact that the flu is dropping hundreds of thousands of people, millions every year around the world. But bottom line, now that COVID is here, now that we're really, really becoming interested in our immune systems, I just want to talk a little bit about that microbiome, the lymphatic microbiome where our immune system exists. But the microbiome itself that they're just beginning to find out about, that God placed in our bodies over 6,000 years ago when he created the first person. Bottom line, now the system is all of a sudden saying, wow, microbiome, microbiome, microbiome. But God put that thing in place many, many thousands of years ago. But this is what that microbiome looks like, or that city or that community of organisms in your body. Picture a bustling city on a weekday morning. The sidewalks are flooded with people rushing to get to work or to appointments. Now imagine this same city at a microscopic level, and you have an idea of what the microbiome looks like inside of our bodies, consisting of trillions of microorganisms, also called microbiota or bacteria, microbes, but thousands of different species. These include not only bacteria, but fungi, parasites, viruses, and in a healthy person, all these bugs coexist peacefully, with the largest numbers being found in the large intestines, but also throughout the rest of the body. So the microbiome is even labeled a supporting organ. Now they're even calling it its own organ, okay? Because it plays so many key roles in promoting the smooth daily operations of the human body. Each person has an entirely different and unique network of microbiota that is originally determined by one's DNA. A person is first exposed to microorganisms as an infant during delivery in the birth canal and through the mother's breast milk. So as that baby is coming out, being born, the bacteria in the mother's womb literally covers the outside, because remember, our immune system starts on the outside with our skin and the mucosal in our nasal passages, in our eyes and in our mouth, and like I say, in the skin. And then when the baby is drinking that first milk is called colostrum, okay? And it's not white yet, it's kind of a cloudy gray looking, but that is the immune system from the mother being spread within the child, from his mouth to his anus. So his whole system is now being inundated with the actual microbiome, or with the healing system, with his immune system. So inside and outside, the baby gets his immune system at birth. And again, later on, environmental exposures and diet can change the microbiome to be either beneficial to health or place one at a greater risk for disease. I'm almost done with this. The microbiome consists of microbes that are both helpful and potentially harmful. Most are symbiotic, where both the human body and microbiota benefit, and some, in smaller numbers, are pathogenic. In other words, they promote disease. And in a healthy body, pathogenic and symbiotic microbiota exist together. They coexist without problems. But if there is a disturbance in the balance, listen to me carefully, brought on by infectious illnesses like COVID or like cancer, certain diets, or prolonged use of antibiotics or other bacteria-destroying medications, then dysbiosis occurs, stopping these normal interactions, and as a result, the body may become more susceptible to disease. Now, one quick thing, how do microbiota benefit the body? Microbiota stimulate the immune system, okay? It stimulates the immune system. They break down potentially toxic food compounds, and they synthesize certain vitamins and amino acids, including the B vitamins and vitamin K. For example, the key enzymes needed to form vitamin B12 are only found in bacteria, not in plants and animals. And I want to do a little timeout right here. I want to talk to you about a little something. I try to keep things simple, where it just makes sense, common sense. And folks always say that vegans and vegetarians can't get B12 because it has to come from animals. But I just read to you what the doctors say, what the scientists say. They say that B12 doesn't come from plants or animals, but it comes from bacteria. So I want you to think about something. Since it's bacteria, in the morning, when you wake up, what is it that you have on your teeth? You have this little white, little pasty stuff, you know, and you can scrape it off or you can brush it off. Don't ever, never, ever, never, never, never again in your life brush that off, because that bacteria, listen to me, from the food that you ate the night before, listen to me, has formed B12. Watch out now. Oh boy, I'm just a poor little colored boy from the projects, but that sure was an astounding finding for me, that the B12 is right there, made by the bacteria fermenting on the food that you ate. Are y'all listening to me? Don't believe me? Scrape it off and take it to somebody and let them put it under a microscope and tell you what it is. It's vitamin B12. All right. So I just want to talk just a little bit there about our immune system, but I want to show you something else, because we get all caught up on whether we need wide spectrum antibiotics and whether we need the vaccine. I'm not going to knock any of that. I'm not going against any of that. I'm just talking about our bodies and what God did. In Matthew 13:41, it says that when Christ was on this earth, that it said that my son shall send forth his angels to gather out all things that offend. So there were times when they would come after Christ to get him and he would just disappear. Well, that was those angels jumping in front of him and guarding him, if you hear what I'm saying. The same thing for you and I. We have angels that keep us from having accidents. They make you move over to the left, or they make the car veer off to the, are y'all getting what I'm saying? So the kingdom of God has angels that gather out of it all things that offend. But then in Luke 17:21, it says that the kingdom of God is within you. So now if God placed his kingdom within me, outside kingdom, his angels are gathering out things that offend. What gathers out inside this kingdom? Well, there's something called DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, long name, but basically it's a gene pool that determines your skin color, your hair color, your eye color, your height, whether you're going to be short like Aunt Betty or bow-legged like Uncle Joe. It determines all those kind of things, but it determines one other thing that's very important, and that is cell division, how quickly your cells will divide. And this determines your growth and your cell repair. Are you getting me? When you get cut, you got a deep gash in there and you got something that's just ugly and twisted all up, but it begins to heal. And bit by bit, while you're going on about your business, trillions of cells are going in, pulling out the poison, putting in new cells, pulling out the poison, putting in new cells. And so this cell division that's being mastered by the DNA helps to repair that wound, to pretty soon you can't even tell that there was a wound there. So what am I saying? Basically that the immune system, you've got trillions of cells. We call them things like lymphocytes, leukocytes, T cells, Treg cells, phagocytes, macrophage, natural killer cells, but they're all these encoded. The Treg cells have encoded messages. If something attacks the body, it tells the body what to get ready to do, what kind of cells to come out with. Do you need T cells? Do you need macrophage or phagocytes, large eaters, which are going to come in and eat up the germ of the virus or whatever it is? Macrophage, they actually will encase it and hold on to it and tag it. Then other cells will come in and do what? Take it away out of the bloodstream. If you are doing what? Eating enough fiber to do what? Make the bowels move. If you're drinking enough what? Water to do what? Help the urine flow the way it's supposed to. Help the mucosa to cough it out, blow it out, sneeze it out. Are y'all getting what I'm saying? Perspire it out. These are your organs of elimination. In order for them to work, you've got to do your part. So if you're doing your part, that lymphatic system can do its part. The tonsils, the adenoids, the appendix, all the things that they say we don't need, God placed them there, and they have a reason for being able to help your body, especially your immune system. But I want to say this, and I'm going to get ready to move on, and maybe we can talk about something else. Well, we're going to talk about something, how it works. But bottom line, in 1908, a gentleman by the name of Ilya Ilyich Metnikov received the Nobel Prize in Immunology. And in 1960, a gentleman by the name of Sir Macfarlane Burnet received the same Nobel Prize in Immunology. And what he found was, what they both found was that our bodies make potentially every day thousands of germs and potentially cancerous and viral cells. And everything you do, when you go running, your body makes lactic acid and it makes your muscles stiff and sore. Well, the body has to drain that out through the lymph system in order for your body to restore itself. But they found that all of those thousands of potentially viral and cancerous cells would be destroyed if the immune system was strong, if the immune system was not compromised. So what does it take then? And here's where we're going, okay? Stay with me. What does it take to keep that immune system strong if that's what it's all about? If the immune system is strong, it doesn't matter what disease comes your way. You don't have to teach your immune system how to expect and to respect and to know COVID when it sees it a second time, because it doesn't have to tag COVID and say, oh, look, there's COVID-19. Let's get some more stuff to go get it. We need some T cells. We need some this. It doesn't have to do that. Whenever any invader comes to your body goes to work. First of all, the mucosa in your eyes and in your nasal passages and in your mouth are there to secrete the mucus, to cough it out, to flush it out through the eye, blow it out through the nose. Are you listening to me? If it gets past that defense, it goes, and then the stomach will try to throw it up and throw it out. And then if it gets past that, then your immune system goes to work. And the DNA starts telling the immune system what happened. And the cells on the outside say, okay, it's made it to the inside. We need to call out Homeland Security. We need to call out the Combat Patrol. And then the big cells come out, the NK, what we call a cytokine storm, which is so many trillions of white cells come out that they literally just destroy almost everything in sight. And sometimes, if not regulated properly, they can actually eat away at some good cells, okay, which is what we call autoimmune disease. We'll leave that for another day. But the bottom line, your body knows what to do. It knows how to recognize any disease, including COVID, not the second time or third time, but the first time. And any time it comes, it doesn't have to acknowledge what it is. It just destroys it because it's what? An invader. And that's what God had intended for it to do. But here's what I'm coming to. They determined that the immune system would destroy anything. That's cancer, that's AIDS, that's COVID. It doesn't matter. It destroys anything if it's strong. What keeps it strong? What keeps any organ strong, any living thing? What keeps it strong? 5 things, folks, and then we're going to talk about our formula. 5 things. First of all, the body has to have O2, oxygen. God breathed into man's nostrils a Coca-Cola, and he became a living soul. No, no, no. I know it's late in the evening. Just want to make sure everybody's still awake. He breathed into man's nostrils what? The breath of life, and he became a living soul. So oxygen is the first gift that God gave to you, and that's the most important mineral of all, O2. So you need oxygen, first of all. Secondly, you need water. Your body needs water. 70, 80% of your body is water. 37% of your bones are water. You need water in the body. And how much water? Half of your body weight in ounces of pure water every day. But the second thing is water. The third thing that your body needs is nutrition. Not food, but nutrition. It needs foods that are alive. Like God created us to eat fruit, nuts, and grains, and then later vegetables. Those are the foods that will keep you alive. Those are the foods that even the WHO, the World Health Organization, the Cancer Foundation, the diabetes, all of them came together, Heart Foundation, and said in 1973, if we ate a certain food, all those diseases would go away. What was that certain food? Fiber. What is fiber? Fruit, nuts, grains, and vegetables. How do you eat them? As live as possible. I'm not saying you're going to die and go to hell because you eat what? Cooked food, but you need the live food, which is the food that God gave us in the beginning that was supposed to keep us alive forever. That's the food that you need more of. So that means that, again, you got to have oxygen first. Oxygen first, water second, nutrition third. Fourth, you got to get the poisons out. You need to detoxify. You got to clean out your lymphatic system, clean out your cardiovascular system, clean out the bowels. Are y'all listening to me? Clean out the urinary tract, the liver, the kidney. You got to clean out your body, detoxify. That gets the poisons out. Now there's no breeding ground for the diseases to live because these diseases are abnormal. So in order to be abnormal, they have to live on something abnormal. What is abnormal? All the filth that we put into our body, the carcasses of dead animals, the cheese, the milk, the stuff that comes from animals that never should have been inside of our system, all the processed fats and sugars that we eat. All of this sets up a breeding ground. So we got to do what? Get the poisons out. And number 5, we got to keep the poisons. What keeps the body alive and strong? What keeps the immune system strong? First of all, we need oxygen. Secondly, we need water. Third, we need good nutrition. Third, get the poisons out. And 5, keep the poisons out. If you do that, you can live to be 120 years old because your immune system will stay strong. So now those are the 5 things that we need. Let's look at our formulas and see where they come in, because most of us are just not eating enough live food. Most of us don't drink enough water. Most of us don't get enough oxygen. We don't sit up. Instead, we sit slouched and we sit down like this. So that means we're not getting enough what? Oxygen into our diaphragm. We want shoulders to stand erect and breathe in through your nostrils and breathe in and count to 10 going in. I call them oxygen cocktails, okay? Not cocktails at the happy hour, but oxygen cocktails, okay? Breathe in through your mouth, count 10 going in, breathe out through your mouth in a steady stream, count to 5 going out, 10 going in, 5 going out. When you're going in, you're breathing in the roses. When you blow it out, you're blowing out the candle, okay? But that exercise will put more oxygen in your body because disease cannot live in a medium of oxygen. Just like a frog would not lay eggs in running water, he lays eggs in what? Stinchy, stagnant water. The same thing that with disease. It cannot live in a running bloodstream. Remember Leviticus 17:11, I read it to you a minute ago, says the life of the flesh is in the blood. So plenty of water keeps that blood to flowing and no disease can live in your body. I hope y'all are getting this. Nutrition, we need good live food. And I want to take a moment to show you this, and we're going to just bear with me. This is so important that you've got formulas that will help your body to heal itself from whatever is going on. So let's look at food. We'll know why. Again, I'm not saying you're going to die and go to hell because you eat animals. Not saying that. You just got to understand what's going on. Over here, we have a plate of food. On this plate of food, we've got animal products. We know they're dead because you're not eating any live chickens. But here's a question to you. If you cook a vegetable, is it live or is it dead? It's dead. Anything cooked at 350 degrees for 45 minutes is dead. So that means you got your animal products, you got your scrambled eggs, your macaroni cheese, all that's dead. You've got your vegetables, your greens, your beans, your broccoli, all that stuff is dead once you cook it. It's over here. It tastes good. It's easy to chew, but it's dead. You got to understand that. Over here on this plate, we've got green leaf lettuce, cucumbers, tomatoes, bell peppers, carrots. You got broccoli and cauliflower, the way you put it in a salad, okay? You got apples, peaches, pears, plums, bananas, grapes, raisins, mangoes, papayas, blueberries, all of those, mangoes, okay? All that good stuff. And I hear mango season is coming up over there where y'all are, and I sure wished I could be there for mango season. Okay, but anyway, let's get back to it, okay? So you got all the live stuff here, you got all the cooked stuff here. Which side has enzymes that your body needs to digest the food? The live side. Which side has minerals that's going to build your muscles, your joints, your ligaments, and the tendons? The live side. Which side has vitamin? Vitamin means life that's going to build your immune system. The live side. Which side has fiber that's going to make your bowels move like most of you ain't moving, okay? The live side. Which side do people eat the most of? I hear you out there, the dead side. Okay, that's just a little ABC lesson to help you see you need live food. So now, where do our products come in? Hasaki. Hasaki has wonderful, wonderful food enhancements, okay? Let's see, okay, all right, has wonderful, wonderful food enhancements. See here, it says it gives us, it helps the microbiota with over 596 metabolites. Whoa, what are metabolites? Metabolites are the end result of what? Metabolism. So the metabolites literally do this. They do three things for the body. One of them is they do what? Give the body energy. So they actually get to the mitochondria and feed and fuel the mitochondria. So they begin to beat and you begin to feel energy within 10 to 15 minutes of taking the Belage. Your body begins to reverse, recover, and restore itself. You can feel it beating. That's the first thing that it does. It gives you energy. Number two, it replaces damaged tissue. So if you need repair or for whatever's going on, you've been hurt, or you've been fighting with some type of antibiotic, whatever, but dead, damaged tissue is replaced and removed out of the body. And number three, it gets rid of all the sulfur compound, the nitrogenous wastes in the body. Energy, repair, and removal of waste. Those are what the metabolites do. Hasaki has over 596 different metabolites. It helps with protein absorption because it works with that microbiota, that microbiome, so that they open up and they can actually receive the protein better, absorb it even better because they're being detoxified by the formulas, and now they're opened up where they can receive it. It helps with over 20% more uptake or absorption of protein. Are y'all listening to me? So what the body need? Well, first of all, of course, it needed oxygen. We're going to talk about that. But the nutrition part is assisted with the Hasaki. Now, of course, you're going to mix that Hasaki with some mango and some banana and whatever, pineapple or whatever kind of fruit. You're going to mix it all and make you a nice smoothie, a nice morning drink, and drink it. And then you're going to be getting what? That live food, that nutrition in the body that we talked about. And then, of course, it helps with the oxidation or the burning of fat, which helps with other things that are going in the body, like high blood, so forth and so on, and gives you even more energy. All right, we're going to skip over the blocks. We're going to go to the inner seven. The inner seven helps with what? We said we needed more oxygen. The inner seven with those minerals helps the body to do what? To hydrate, okay, to have to pull in and hold more water, usable water, and to bring oxygen to the system. Are y'all listening to me? The Belage does the same thing. It goes to the body with 14,000 billion nanoparticles with antioxidants. It means that it's doing what? It's going straight to the mitochondria. It's causing it to beat the way it should. It's giving a flush to your body, to the inner part of your body. It's like an inner shower, you might say, flushing it with water, flushing it with hydration. Oh, I hope y'all are getting this, okay? What else does it do? It literally boosts the immune system where the body can begin to fight. It gives the body those antioxidants, which assist the immune system in doing what it needs to do to fight off any sickness, any disease, any virus, any parasite, any bacteria, any COVID. It doesn't matter. Your body is designed by God to kill whatever comes in, and we can't give you formulas that can heal the body. We give you formulas that help the body to do what it's supposed to do, to help it heal itself. Are y'all listening? You've got the only formulas on the planet that can do that. And then when the inner 7 goes into the body, it helps the body to flush. Within taking it, within 20 minutes, you'll feel the urge to maybe even go have a bowel movement. Y'all are listening to me. Are y'all getting this? Because what did it say we needed to do? We needed to get the poisons out. That's what the formulas are going to help you to do. Excuse me, I took a swallow of water there. Y'all looked a little thirsty, so I thought I'd drink us some water. Don't y'all feel better? Okay. I like for us to laugh. It's in the evening, a little late. I want you to stay awake with me, okay? But bottom line, we actually are flushing out the body. We're hydrating the body. We're giving it the oxygen that it needs. We're giving it the nutrition, and then we're getting poisons out of the body. Some of the other poisons that are in the body are what? The fats and the sugars, but especially the caramelized fats that clog up the body. Did you realize that the fats that clog up the arteries, part of the problem that was going on with Nurse Charles was that the capillaries in the head, okay, those little fine capillaries were clogging up. They were clogging up, Nurse Charles. So we got to start looking at the diet. It might be somewhat okay, but we need to shore it all the way up so that we don't back up and go back this way again. That was just a little wake-up call. God was saying, okay, girl, you know what to do. Let's get this thing going on. All the mantle that I placed upon you, I put this thing on you to take to other people. So you got to get all the way live. And I know you're going to do it. And anything I can do to help, you know I'm here for you. I got your back, sister. I'm here, okay? Because we got some folks to go help, don't we? Sure we do. Sure we do. So bottom line, you've got formulas that assist the body in doing these things, getting the oxygen in, getting the moisture in, the nutrition to help the body to make the vitamins and so forth that it needs, pulling them out of the foods, okay? And to make them the minerals do what they're supposed to do, to take the blood throughout the body. And as we were saying about the Crenue, it burns the fats and the sugars, especially the caramelized fats, because that's what causes high blood pressure. That's what causes diabetes, is that caramelized fat that clogs up the insulin receptors, so that when the body, the brain, the DNA tells the pancreas to secrete insulin to go break down the sugar, when it gets to the site of the sugar, it can't get in because the receptors are covered with what? Grease, fat, cholesterol. Where does it come from? Animal products only. Just a little something, just throwing that in there, okay? I know we have a love affair with dead animals. We love it, but it's killing us, folks. It's killing us. Those animals that we eat are killing us from their grave. I hope you heard what I said. They're killing you. They're getting their revenge from the grave. They're already gone and dead. I know they're dead because you ate them up. So they're dead and they're killing you from the grave. You got to get it. You got to get it. You got to get it. Okay. So bottom line, the Crenue is burning up fats, and because of the fiber in the cacao and in the black bean, it literally pulls a lot of excesses and poisons and toxins and fats and sugars out of the system that never get burned up and used in the system. So therefore your diabetes goes down, your sugar level goes down, your blood pressure goes down, your waistline goes in, and of course your energy level goes up. Are y'all getting this? In other words, we've got formulas that don't heal the body, but they help to give the body the things that you're not giving it now, that a lot of times you can't give it because the earth has been destroyed by man and industry. So the crops that yield don't come forth with the kind of nutrition they used to have. So you must have a good supplement. And a supplement means what? In addition to what? A good lifestyle and diet and nutrition. So if you've got good nutrition going, then you come in with the most powerful supplements. I call them formulas because it took Bahia Diaz 40 years to formulate them. He wouldn't put them out for 40 years as he was designing them and getting them, these patented 4 formulas, to the point where they were ready for the world. And for the last 11 years, they've been out there. So 55 years, these formulas have been in research, development, and now available to the world. Who else is going to catch up with that? How can anybody even get in the water with us? It's get in the water, get in the wake of a whale. Well, we're the whale, and everybody else gets drowned if they try to get anywhere near us, because they just can't do it, folks. And you've got something in your repertoire. You've got formulas that are designed to help your body heal itself, to help the body reverse, recover, restore within 10 to 20 minutes of taking them. You know it, Those of you who have taken these formulas know the minute you take a Balage, within 10 to 15 minutes, boy, you can just feel the blood coursing through your veins. I mean, whoa, your brain starts kicking into gear. You start when your memory starts getting better. You just feel good. I mean, it's powerful. You know it's working. Ain't no question. Hadn't felt like this in years. And you're not telling people about it? You're holding back on telling them? My goodness gracious. Folks, you got to start spreading the word. You got to help everybody to become sanctified. Are y'all listening to me? Oh, they need some sanctification. I hope y'all are listening to this. We got something, folks. And not only that, I'm not going to get into the deep part of it. I know y'all are going to probably talk about this, but just think about it. You share this. Dr. Avita has put together an app on your phone where you can simply share these formulas for free for thousands of people. There's no limit. You can send it for free. You should take 30 minutes every day, and you should be there early in the morning, sending at least 10 out to somebody. You get 100 of those, that's $3,300 a month just for free. I don't know if y'all are getting it. And all of those 100 people are going to tell what? Somebody else. And so it's going to grow exponentially on its own. I don't know if y'all remember the song The Temptations sang, like a snowball rolling down the side of a snow-covered hill. It's growing like a snowball. If it starts rolling down the hill, it keeps doing what? Getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. That's what happens to your launch, to your business by just share. You ain't got to sell nothing. Just give it away for free. And you know it's going to do to them what it did to you. It's going to make them feel good. And they're going to purchase it and keep purchasing it because they can't get it anywhere else. They're going to tell Mama Joe, Uncle Charlie, they're going to tell everybody about it. And before you know it, you've got not only your health reversing, restoring, and recovering, but your wealth too. I'm just throwing that in there and I'm going to get out of it. That's not what I came here for. But again, you've got formulas that are designed to help your body to heal itself the way God designed for it to. So you've got something that you can be proud of. You can go out there with enthusiasm and you can tell the world, come on and join with us as we go out and reverse, recover, and restore the health and the wealth of the world. And as always, it's a plum-pleasing pleasure to be here with you. I didn't know if y'all were going to do questions or whatever, but we've got formulas that are one of a kind. Nobody can come near us. Nobody will ever be able to touch us. We've been leading the world in microbiome for 50 years. We've been talking about the microbiome, the microbiota, and how to improve it so it can help the body heal itself. We've got our own wide spectrum antibiotic right within our formulas. We've got our own vaccine of any kind you want to call it right in our formulas. Folks, do this thing. We got it. Let's do it, and let's share it with the world.
You know, Dr. Franco, I'm just sitting here in awe, note taking, like as fast as I possibly can, because guys, the information that he has shared to me is just simply mind-blowing. And Dr. Franco, you never cease to amaze me with your information. It's always a little bit more. And so I just tell everybody that if you have never been on a call with Dr. Franco, every time somebody says Dr. Franco is on a call, get on the call, because I guarantee you will learn something new. You will learn that little extra, because that's what he does. He makes sure that we are always constantly in a learning environment. And like he said it for himself. He said that he himself at his age constantly is in the mode of learning. So why are we not? You know, and like he said also, and I want Dr. Franco, you know, just to say it for one moment, he said, you know, we have something here that can also assist and aid with fighting, you know, viruses and, you know, immune, because that's another thing that we're forgetting in this whole COVID thing. Your immune system, guys, it's your immune system. If your immune system is not right, no matter what you do, I don't care. You could go, and I'm not no doctor, but I'll say this, because I have 2 honorary doctorates, but I will say this. If you even take the vaccine, but your immune system ain't right, guess what? You still could get sick. And it ain't gonna help. Okay, your immune system has to be right, but guess what? Dr. Franco did the white papers that came out of Okinawa, out of Japan back in March. where they had started doing some trials, in vitro trials, guys, in December of 2019, right before COVID hit the world. 2019 December, we did in vitro trials for what was it? Influenza A, influenza B, gastroenteritis, and SARS. What? No, I did not stutter, guys. I didn't stutter. SARS. And Dr. Franco, I just want you to take one moment and just tell us, what were those results? Because I don't think people are going to understand how your immune system can be built and how we were able to combat those viruses.
Well, basically, the Village has within it, again, those 14,000 billion antioxidant nanoparticles that go into the system. And when they went into the system, they were able to literally, when the virus was introduced, these into the individuals, okay, this actually, these minute microcellular molecules would actually go and cause the body to stop the onslaught of, again, the viruses. All the viruses were stopped in their track. They couldn't even do what? Go and make their protein so they could continue to replicate and duplicate. They were stopped in their tracks, null and void. They were handcuffed so that they couldn't go forward. And they stopped almost an average of 60% movement. That is influenza A, influenza B, there was SARS, there was gastroenteritis. All of these viruses were stopped in their tracks. Over 60% stoppage by what? The ingredients in the Village. The Village literally had the ability to stop viruses in its tracks. And again, these were in vitro trials. These were living individuals who volunteered, and with straight across the board, almost 60% stoppage of disease. So folks, you've got something that you can be proud of. No one else can say what we can say. Again, we're not knocking medicine. We're not knocking doctors. I know doctors, medical doctors. I'm a naturopathic doctor, but I have many, many, many friends. As a matter of fact, we have a collaboration going on in the South here, in the Delta, where the poor African-American people of color are. And one's a chiropractor, one's a gynecologist, one's in internal medicine. We're all coming together, and we're going to be going to each other's clinics, and we're going to be working and setting up workshops whereby the people can learn everything they need to know about how to get well and stay well. So even doctors who have a heart, who know God, are understanding the need for you to eat better, to drink better, to exercise, and to take good plant-based supplements, living supplements. And ours is one of the few on the planet that are live, and the only ones on the planet with a 50-year history, folks. I don't know if y'all hear what I'm saying, that have been proven to literally go in and stop viruses, all viruses, in their tracks.
So Dr. Franco, I just want to share your 2-minute video when you go into detail about just that, what you spoke of. So I'm just going to share that. Give me 1 second. So guys, this is a video where Dr. Franco actually, when it first came out, he started speaking about the information regarding what he just spoke of. And so this was basically the PowerPoint that he was able to decipher based on, like he said, it was very clinical. The layman would not understand, but he broke it down so that the layman could understand. Here we go.
Actually promotes healthy immune system function, and we're going to show you how. In this next slide, we see the antiviral activity of Village in case of any infection or virus, influenza, for example. When it enters into the cells, it uses the host cell's machinery to produce viral protein. In other words, if you look at the top figure 1, you'll see that in the middle, you see green in the nucleus. That is actually the viral cell that has come into a regular cell, a human cell. And you'll see the encryption there, 3CL, and with the dots going down to point right in front of the virus. This 3CL there, it's an enzyme. You can't see it, but just imagine it's there. This enzyme helps the virus to do what? To produce the viral protein, the little reddish looking thing that you see there. But it can't do it without that 3CL. But once this protein is established, look what happens. It then can do what? Replicate, duplicate, and become two viral cells. And that's how it begins to duplicate and grow in our bodies. But in figure 2, you see something. This person has been ingesting and has been taking the ballage. So the ballage gets in there where the 3CL would be activated, that enzyme would be activated to produce a protein. You see that there's no protein being established. Why? Because the ballage inhibits the ability of the 3CL to be produced, and therefore the viral cell cannot do what? It cannot produce the protein that it needs to eat on in order to make more cells just like itself and duplicate. And if you look, you see that the green in this cell is getting lighter and lighter and lighter, so it is actually degenerating, it is actually dying. So ballage inhibits the protease 3CL, the enzyme, from being produced by the virus, and that prevents the virus from doing what? Replicating itself. So what it's actually doing is attacking, it's arresting, and it's degenerating, causing to disappear the viral activity.
So guys, that is Dr. Franco Taylor just giving a detail of, you know, what he just spoke of. So I just wanted to share that with you.
Dr. Ruthann,
Yes, sir.
if I could butt in, I'd like to give homage to Louise, okay, at the home office, because it was he and I that came together and labored many, many hours to bring it from that complicated medical form that no one would ever understand, okay, and bring it down to a simplified form. Still the truth, still the facts, but to that form. I'd like to give Luis his credit because we worked together for a long time to get it to that point.
Definitely. Oh my God. Guys, I don't know about y'all. I don't know if you want to drop, like he said, some questions in the chat. You can go ahead and do so and do that now if you want. I'm just going to share a short testimony quickly about myself. Like I said, my name is Dr. Ruthann Newton-Lyburn out of Freeport, Bahamas. And since 2015, I've not been able to walk. But, you know, I just say it is what it is. You know, God knows what he's doing. As you can hear on this call, we are all believers in something greater than ourselves. Pray, hope it is God. But, you know, I don't want to knock anybody for what their beliefs are. But, you know, I believe that this is a God move for me and that this is a testimony that's going to be greater and everybody's going to be looking in awe when it's over. When it's over, they're going to be like, whoop! Like how and when and how. But guys, I can tell you that some things have transpired in my body since then. And one of the things, and I'm showing on the screen, back in 2017, I fell into a coma. When I came out, I'd lost sight in my left eye. And when by 2019, as you can see, my left eye was completely shut down, like completely shut down. And see, I would put on my camera, but I know I look like a hot mess, but let's see. I don't know if you can see me, but if you could, let me see, because I know I have Dr. Franco pinned. So let me see. But yeah, I'm going to pin myself, but my eye, as you can see, is open. Now from that picture, as you can see, my left eye used to be completely shut down. It used to look like I was winking at everybody all the time, you know, and I was like, no, I'm not winking at you. I'm not winking at you. I am trying my best to keep my eye open. But once again, it's a muscle. And because it's a muscle, it had weakened. I wasn't able to see for myself. So, you know, these are the things that were happening in my body. I was diagnosed, and I hate to use that word. And like Nurse Charles, I hate to claim things. So they say that what was going on is something called neuromyelitis optica. And it's so funny because a natural medical doctor had said that what he was looking at looked very similar to what he had seen in multiple sclerosis. And of course, NMO is a sister of what? Multiple sclerosis, which is a muscle disorder, means your myelin sheath is unraveling. And so this is basically what had happened to me. But one of the things I wanted to share and show you is a picture of me back in, this would have been, I would say my daughter came back. So maybe February, let's say February or March of 2020. And this is me trying to stand. My daughter is assisting me. I have my gait belt on. She has to pull me up. She has to lift me, got my legs tied because of course I don't have muscle strength in my legs yet. But I just wanted to show you this. And then I'm going to show you what happened and transpired a few weeks ago. So that, because only through Journey, and I was trying to find the original picture, which y'all have been like, you couldn't stand by yourself at all. No, I couldn't stand by myself at all. But I couldn't find it to show you. But next time when you get on a call, we'll show it to you. But this is me, like I said, I think it was like late February, early March of last year, trying to stand for the first time. You're going to notice that my core is very shaky still. I got up, but with help of my daughter, holding my gait belt, pulling me up. But my core was very shaky. You know what we're
I went to my bathroom studio.
Am I getting up? Are you recording it? Are you seeing any hip movement coming off there?
Now, the video that I'm going to show you next is literally, this would be not last week, week before last. So the video I'm going to show you now is literally week before last. So it's very current. Let's see what happens here. So with this, I'm actually getting up by myself. No gait belt, no pulling, just my legs wrapped with a band. How about that? Take that. Watch it now.
Now through the 1,000 times again, and now rise up high like the waves, and you're standing straight, you're standing, your knees are locked now. I did it.
So I wanted to show these videos because it's just proof of what's happening with these products in my body. And, you know, it's a journey. And, you know, we'll have some people say, oh, the products didn't do anything. Just stay on the products because you don't know what's going on in your body and you don't know what needs to be reversed, recovered, and restored through your body. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. Because the moment that you start, I promise you, take it for 21 days and then stop. Then call me back and let me know nothing happened in your body. Because I promise you, you will feel something different in your body, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to just share, I really don't like to talk about money, but for those that are on here and everybody knows, Ruthann, I don't be into the whole money thing. Even Dr. Franco will be like, Ruthann, you deal with that because I'm not doing that part of it because we're not here about the money. And, you know, I need y'all to understand that because if you help enough people, you're not going to have to worry about money. Does that make sense? You ain't gonna have to, money ain't gonna be a problem or object, or you ain't gonna have to worry about that. And so for me, it's like, okay, money, okay, yeah, I get it, I need money, yes. But I also know that if I help enough people, that's not gonna be a problem. But I do wanna answer one of the questions that came up in the chat, Dr. Franco, because I don't like to miss questions, because then people just get upset with you at the end of the meeting. One of the questions that says, are there any contradictions to these products?
I was going to ask that. I wrote it down because I saw that they had asked that. But yes, there are. I usually would say that there are no indications, there are no side effects, but there are 3 side effects. These formulas clean the kidney, the bladder, and the liver on the way through. I'm waiting a minute to see if
Man, I
everybody
thought
gets that.
hey, that's me. I was sitting there like waiting for a full explanation, and it's like,
Okay. No,
okay,
it's simple.
okay.
They clean the kidney, the bladder, and the liver on their way through. Those are the side effects. A clean liver, a clean kidney, and a clean bladder. I don't know how you can get any better. Even bad stuff is good.
And didn't you speak this morning about the fact that those are essential organs that need to be functioning correctly for the body to function correctly? Because that was a part of the lymphatic system.
That's it. And without that, you go out of here quickly, very, very quickly. So that is why things like pancreatic cancer and so forth are such quick, deadly killers, because they do so much work in the filtering and the cleansing and the strengthening of the immune system. That's the microbiome, the most important organs or systems of microbiome in your body, because of the filtering, cleansing job. And when they break down, then the body immediately starts breaking down, and before long, you're just out of here, because you're living in a cesspool. You're living in a swamp of morbid, putrid material inside of your system. So most of us are sick because we are auto-intoxicating ourselves. We're digging our graves with a knife and a fork. And so we've got to come out of that. But on the way out, as you're changing, you need the Sanki Fit formulas, because they help you. They help the body to get rid of the poisons and toxins, the urinary channel, the bowels to move out through the muscles, out through the cardiovascular, lymphatics. In other words, the body will detox itself if you just help it. And the Sanki Fit formulas are all designed to help the body do just that.
And guys, I want to now bring one of my dynamic leaders here in the Bahamas, who because of her, we wouldn't have the beautiful Queen Rhonda Isaacs here, and we wouldn't have the beautiful nurse Jennifer Charles. We would not have them. So let me she was literally a thing, but now she had to come out and go back in. So let me make a co-host again. Give me 1 second. Listen, Nurse Donnelly, Adelie, this my rider right here. Roger, are you there, Nurse Donnelly?
I am here and in full living color live. Let me tell you something, you guys are doing something awesome. But I just wanted to piggyback off of something of that question of what you and Dr. Franco was just mentioning about contraindications. We have at Sanki Global, that was about 2 months ago, we did our last count. 150 million boxes of this product has been sold. There were no reported incidents of allergies, contraindications, or side effects. The only side effect it has is that it restores, and recovers your body. These products are so dynamic and so, what should I say, scientifically made that a baby to the breast can have these products. Nursing mothers can have these products. Pregnant mothers can use our products. This is what we have here at Sanki Global, guys. Back to you and Dr. Ruth Ann.
Okay, I just wanted to say, I don't know your full name, but you asked who was speaking. That was Nurse Donnelly. I don't know if she was able to put on her camera, because sometimes if you're not fix, you don't put on your camera. So, but that was Nurse Donnelly Adelie out of Nassau, Bahamas. She's a nurse of over 24 plus years. So I just wanted to let you know who was speaking okay? I hope that answered your question. And yes, Galaxy A20s, are these products safe for children? As you heard, Nurse Donnelly just said, yes, definitely they are. We've had children that have had severe sinus And they have literally, you know, not given them a full packet, but they've of course broken it down and given them droplets in their in a dropper and given it to the baby, and no problems. I have given it to my own grandbaby when she was having boils come up on her skin. And when I called Dr. Franco, he hadn't even seen the child. And the first thing he said was, one, Ruth Ann, he goes, there's a couple things. One, she's eating too much candy. Two, she's not going to the bathroom correctly. And three, she's not drinking enough water. And sure enough, hadn't seen the child, but all three of those were yes, yes, and yes, sir. And literally, guys, I started giving her the Balage and the Cronwy together. And within less than a week or so, those boils literally just dissipated and went away. And also her bowels started functioning and having more feces in the bowl instead of little pellets, you know. So guys, I'm telling you, you'd be surprised what's going on. And we've literally had some amazing testimonies about persons who have had eczema. Nurse Donnelly, if you're still there, can you speak to and tell the persons even about endometriosis? Because I know you have spoken about that before. Can you share with them about that, please?
Okay, endometriosis. I know someone personally who actually had to be treated with Zoladex for endometriosis. And then what they did, they said, okay, we have to give you a partial hysterectomy, because you know, guys, with, who are there with endometriosis, sometimes it ends up in total or partial hysterectomy. And they gave this person a partial hysterectomy. And guess what? The endometriosis, because the ovaries were still intact, endometriosis, she still suffered from the endometriosis. She went on these products. When she went on these products, do you know that after about 3 to 4 months, she said, hold on. She said that she noticed that her pain at the end of every month got less and less till she actually stopped having pain from endometriosis. And we know endometriosis is a very big thing with the females, is a reproductive issue. And, you know, with this lady, when her cycle came every month, she was bedridden. She couldn't move. They had her on Lyrica. They had her on ibuprofens. They had her on Bethadine, and nothing worked. And as soon as she got a hold of the Balage and the Inner 7 mixed together, after 3 to 4 months, she had no pain from endometriosis. So you ladies on the line, if you know anybody, or if you've seen people with endometriosis, you know the type of pain they go through on a monthly basis. And for this woman, that was victory for her. Back to you, Dr. Ruth Ann.
Wow, 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 and wow. Thank you so much. And let me just show you guys, I wanted to share with you just this right on the screen. We do have the research manuals for those individuals that are on here that say, okay, I hear you, Dr. Franco. I trust what you say, sir. I need more. And if that is you, no worries. One thing here at Sanki, you heard what Dr. Franco said. 40 years before bringing it to the public. They didn't like bring it a little bit here and no. 40 years, formulation, science, testing, trials before bringing it to the public. And to this day, Mr. Jose Avila, the CEO of this company for the Americas and Caribbeans, he said the other day, he said, they are still to this day doing trials monthly to improve the products. When we first came on, the product was at Orzod Enzyme 3. Right. And that was back in December 2019. We're now on Orzod Enzyme 5. Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Guys, what company keeps on improving itself? You know, they've learned that when they now harvest the bacteria off of the olive leaf every 28 days now, that it makes it more potent. Y'all ain't hearing me. Because what persons don't understand, when they hear olive extract, you know what they think? Oh, I can get that out of the store. I don't need to buy this. Oh, that product is too expensive. No, guys, we like, Dr. Bahia Diaz said on one of the calls, and this is when I realized we were truly different. He said, oh, you can come to our orchards and touch the leaves. We don't deal with the olives. We ain't taking the oil out the olives. We deal with the bacteria on the olive leaf. Every 28 days, it is scraped from the trees in the orchards. And would you believe we don't spend money on Ferraris and Lambos over here at Sanki Global? Do you know what the company spends their money on? Trees, millennial trees. Our trees, some of them cost up to $500,000, $150,000 for one tree. And these trees are older than 2,000 years old. Like King Tim Trahan's son always says, man, y'all got the Jesus juice. Yeah, we do. Because the roots of the trees are giving the nutrition to the rest of the fields. Okay, and we are farm to table, and this is so important. This is vitally important. We are not waiting for the farmers to tell us what they're putting in our soil, what they are doing, and what this is doing, and what this isn't doing. We deal with our fields. We own our farms. Not many companies can say that, but we can. The tea, the rosemary, the Japanese black beans, the olive, the cacao that's in the Hasaki. Remember, cocoa is the food of the gods. The Mayans ate the cocoa. And our fields for the cocoa are fields that have been there for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. So this is not a cocoa field that just came up and spouted up. So the nutrition, you have to understand, you heard Dr. Franco, it's from the roots, man. We got to get all that nutrition out of the roots. And that is some of the great things that we can literally at Sanki Global pop our collar. Oh, yes, we do have COVID recoveries. Dr. Franco, if you're still there, can you please share about the COVID recoveries? And we can even share about the ones we've had in the Bahamas as well. But if you are still there, can you share about the recoveries that you have had for persons that have been diagnosed with COVID, please?
Yeah, absolutely. We've worked with, since last March, we've worked with about 16 families that had contracted COVID. And all 16, within an average of 8 to 14 days, literally were in recovery. Of course, they had to still strengthen up, and but bottom line, they were no longer deemed carriers of COVID. So I guess what I'm saying is and we use the formulas in some cases double, triple up. You know, that, you might say, well, that's expensive, but it's expensive to be sick, folks. You can tell these people that tell you that it costs money to be sick. You lose money. You can't work. You're sitting in doctors' offices and clinics all day, day in, day out. You can't work. You don't feel like working. You're hurt. You're in pain, and yet and still you don't want to pay a few dollars for something that works. I don't know what to say, but you can start letting them know. Well, I mean, you got what you got, so we've got something on this side. That just try it and see if you don't like it. God said, just try and see if the Lord is good. So you can tell them the same. Just try and see if Sanki doesn't work for you. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to work. But yes, we've seen at least 16 families get well personally from COVID using our formulas. Of course, they change diets, okay, because I require that kind of thing. If I'm going to work with you, if you can't change your diet, let's not talk. Keep your money. But bottom line, yes. Over 16 families got better from COVID using the Sanki formulas.
And I don't know where you're located in the Bahamas. I don't know if you're abroad, but Dr. Franco has actually gone on national radio and TV to speak about that same exact thing. So this isn't something we're hiding in the Bahamas. Actually, I hope you look forward to, we should be on Clint Watson on Friday. And Dr. Franco will be on there as well as Nurse Donnelly. And we'll be speaking to just that and letting the nation know what our products can do. Because Dr. Helen was on, that would have been last month, early part of last month, or middle of last month. But we will definitely be going on, I think it's Friday afternoon, or we'll be on in the evening. He'll be recording the show in the afternoon. And he will be speaking to that. He'll be speaking to the products and the efficacy of the products. Okay. Yes, it is newsworthy. Definitely it is. The treatment of dementia and Alzheimer's. Dr. Franco, I don't know if you want to answer that.
Oh, yeah. Well, bottom line, Again, folks, it's so simple that it's scary. It's not complicated. It's not rocket science. What's happening with dementia? The mind is going, there's no blood flow to the brain. The little capillaries are clogged all up, no oxygen to the brain. And so mental cognition, memory, and so forth just starts disappearing quickly. But once you start increasing the blood flow, that's what the Belage does. It actually increases circulation at the blood-brain barrier, straight into the blood-brain barrier, straight into the cell walls at the microcellular level. Within 20 minutes, you're getting circulation. Listen to me, people. Listen to me. If your blood is circulating, you got good life. If it's not circulating, you're feeling bad. So what do? Go straight to the doctor and get a drug? No. First of all, stop and think about what you're doing to cause it. If you're eating animal products, number one, your arteries are going to always be clogged up, because bad cholesterol only comes from one place, and that's the carcass of a dead animal, folks. And so if you're going to do that, go get your drugs, go get your meds, and be happy and stop complaining, because you're doing it to yourself. Okay, you're digging your grave with a knife and fork. A lot of people love their medicine and they love their insulin because they feel like if I got my insulin, I can eat all I want to because the insulin's gonna break it down. So you're actually feeding the dadgum insulin. You're feeding the insulin is what you're doing. It's like you got this pet. You take better care of the insulin than you do your family. Oh, y'all not listening to me. The bottom line, it's so easy. It's so easy that it's just ridiculous. All you gotta do is give the body what it needs, and it will heal itself from all diseases, including dementia. Before I knew about Sanki, I watched 5 or 6 people in their 70s and 80s with dementia. One case, the lady was sitting like a zombie in a daycare, adult daycare, and you could do that, and her eyes wouldn't flinch. And her husband came to me. He was 77, she was 75. And he said, "Is there anything you can do?" I said, "No, not while she's at the healthcare, at the daycare center, because they're not going to feed her the way she needs to be fed. They're going to give her what they give her, some bacon and some eggs and some sausage and then so forth, so on." So he said, a week later, he came to my door with his wife, and he said, "Here she is." He says, "What can we do?" So I had a nurse that was working with me. She went home with him and started teaching him how to do vegan cooking, vegetarian cooking, right? And within 6 weeks, he came back to my office with his wife. She stepped up on the doorstep and walked in, and he said, "Tell Dr. Franco hello." She said, "Hello, Dr. Franco." And about 3 months after that, they went down the Mississippi River on the riverboat Queen, and they went down to New Orleans for vacation. Y'all ain't listening to me. Y'all ain't, and this was just from nutrition, drinking water, taking her out for walks, giving her massages, hot and cold treatment. Oh, come on, folks. And pretty soon she was able to she used to play piano and sing in the church. She was able to kind of hit the tune. She couldn't hit the whole tune anymore, the whole song, but she could kind of make you know that she knew a little bit about piano. And I saw her gain back 70 to 75% of her mental faculties just by changing her diet. So imagine if we had the Sanki product to zoom it in even quicker, to flush out the poisons and toxins, and to immediately refurbish, restore the body. Oh my goodness gracious. So since then, I've worked with individuals, and because it's only been out a year, I haven't had enough time to see the kind of results I'd like to see, but I see individuals getting better. I see regular people in their 50s, 40s, and 50s calling me back and saying, "Franco, my memory's coming back." These are teachers and people who speak for a living, and they forget their words. You know how you've got 8 or 9 words to say the same word, and you can't even put up one word. So you're talking and you start faltering in you can't say what you want to say. The word won't come. They say, "Man, my words are coming back to me. I'm getting to where I can speak again." So I'm seeing that in young folk. When I say young, 40s, 50s, I'm in my 70s, but bottom line, in their 40s and 50s, starting to get their memory back and starting to get their words back, starting to get that cognition back where they can decipher again, figure out stuff again, plan again, just by taking the Sanki products. So yes, I know they're working. I know they work for the mind, and I know they help dementia, absolutely. Because all you're doing is clearing up the cobwebs.
Wow, thank you so much, Dr. Franco. And as I know, Dr. Franco is working in the background on a whole vegan diet plan. It hasn't come out yet, but it's in the making. So definitely it will be here really soon. So yes, he will be having that so that you would be able to utilize the Sanki products, because Dr. Franco does have a medical practice, so a natural medical practice. So please be aware of that. Right Stuff Health. So you can check him out if you have specific questions that you want to ask him personally. That's not a problem. Just go to rightstuffhealth.com and you can check out his website, and you can email him and contact him directly, and even have a consult if that's what you need personally. So please know it's called.
Dr. Usan, sorry for
yes,
stepping in.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Ask that they're from the Bahamas, right?
Yes.
So ask me to just come on down this coming weekend. That's all.
Yes, definitely.
And we'll
definitely.
Personally, tell us, come and look for Nurse Donnelly. Nurse Donnelly will deal with us.
Okay, no problem. So ask Nurse Donnelly got you asked. So you've been gotten. You've been hatted. Hatted is such a word. You've been hatted by Nurse Donnelly. Okay. So I'm going. I want to share this slide with you because I want y'all to know that not only do we have the research manuals, but I want you to know that middle symbol right there, that BSCG, because I want you to understand that this is not just for sick people. And, you know, I think Dr. Frank made it really clear. This is for you for longevity. You want to be good. You want to live healthy. You want to live long. This BSCG is for athletes, Olympic athletes, NBA players, basketball players. Do you want to play in Carifta? This is where you're tested for drugs. Do whatever you're putting in your body. Do you have drugs? Our products are certified drug-free. This is the seal used by the NBA, the MLB, the NFL. So I need you to know we have those certificates, okay? We are also non-GMO. We are gluten-free. We are also kosher, okay? I need you to understand that. We have the patent formula for the ADS, which is an advanced delivery system. And something that our CEO just told us the other day, and I was absolutely blown away. Like, I was like, what? I had to like literally urge him in the middle of him saying it to repeat it twice for the people in the back pew, okay? He said, Sanki Mayor, which is our science company. So we are Sanki Global, okay? Sanki Mayor is the company that created our products. So they're our science, they're our parent company, now has a master's degree for doctors, medical doctors in nutrigenomics. Right. For any medical professional on this line, did you hear what I just said? Sanki Mayor has a master's degree for medical physicians in nutrigenomics. To me, that's huge, absolutely huge. So I just wanted you to know that. And then I'm going to tell you, get back to the person that brought you to this call and let them know by now you're ready to get started. You're ready to either try the products like Dr. Franco said, you want to sample out the products, or you want to dive right in. You're like, guess what? I want my supply now. I want my month supply now. Let me get started. And like I tell persons all the time, we love customers here at Sanki. So you don't have to be no member. You don't have to join nothing. You can be a customer. We love you. We want you. But I will also say to you, if you're that individual that says, I want to save money, well, we have prime customers. Prime customers can be, you can be on a monthly order so that your products never stop. Or you can say, you know what, I want to be a member. How much that is? Because I want to really save some money. And as a member, it simply means that you're going to get the cheapest price possible. But if you're that person that becomes a member, starts using the products and get the results like everybody else on this line, and then you start talking about it and you want to start sharing it with people, and then you're like, okay, how am I benefiting from this in any way? Because it's just like when you tell somebody about the hairdresser or tell somebody about the movie, but you don't get anything back from it. Because you've become a member, guess what? You've already paid to now make money. And so guess what? You've already defeated the purpose. You're already in. But I'm just saying, if you want to save money, the membership is the way to go. If not, guys, please be customers. Get back to the person that brought you to this call and say, I'm ready to be a customer. I am ready to be a customer, and I'm ready to be a customer now. So like I said, I want to say Thank you, Dr. Franco Taylor, natural medical doctor, our medical director for Sanki Global. And so it was a great honor, privilege for you to be on and stay on. Like you did the whole presentation. I had nothing to do. It was such an honor. It was absolutely amazing. Look at the girls, the ladies cheering you on the sideline. And it was amazing to have you, Queen Rhonda Burrows, Nurse Jennifer Charles. Thank you so much for having this launch. It was amazing. It was fantastic. I absolutely enjoyed it. And yes, nutrigenomics is absolutely amazing. And we are at the forefront of it. And also, like Dr. Franco said, Google microbiome, guys. Google it. We are 50 years ahead of the game when it comes to microbiome. They have literally in the last 5 years only started writing about 10,000 papers per year on the microbiome. But guess what? We were literally 50 years ahead of the 5 years. So I don't know how you're going to catch up on 45 years. I don't think it happens. I've never seen it happen. So by the time y'all the world catches up with us, we'll probably be on something else. I don't know. We're way ahead, like way ahead. So guys, we are constantly improving, constantly making it better. That's what we're about here at Sanki Global. And as you can say, we are believers. We are truly believers of God, and we're not ashamed of it. Many companies don't want you to talk about it. They get all, oh, you can't talk about that. What you talking about God for? Listen, we're believers here at Sanki Global, and we're very proud of it. Okay, Dr. Franco will tell you straight and plain, he's a health evangelist before he's anything else. First and foremost, health evangelist, then a natural medical doctor comes after his name. So guys, thank you so much for getting on. We appreciate you. And yes, Nurse Jennifer, you're getting accolades in the chat. They're just saying, yes, congratulations, my sister. Yes, yes, yes. Geraldine says, very interesting Zoom. And Lachey says, awesome. Misty says, amazing. S says, wonderful. So guys, we are happy. We're excited. We're so grateful that you came on this call. Dr. Franco Taylor will be in the Bahamas coming this week, and we are excited to have him. Woo! So yes, we are super excited to have him. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous, Nurse Charles. Don't be jealous. But guys, we will get that information out. So get back to the person that brought you to this call. They'll be able to let you
Dr.
know
Ruthann,
when it's
before
happening.
you close up,
Yes,
Jennifer Charles has to be jealous because she'll have a team with her the following week there in Florida. So
Look
you
at
guys
you.
who are in
Look at
Florida,
God.
Jennifer, we're going to be back in Jennifer live and direct over there in Florida. So
Whoop,
get
whoop,
back
that's
to
what
her.
I'm talking about. Listen, you see how we do these things here? We just tag team it and make it happen. So I want to say thank you so much, guys. Oh my goodness, it's been amazing. And listen, we held at about 60 plus people on this call at one point, and we've been on for literally an hour and a half. So I want to say thank you, guys. I know when I'm getting knowledge, time just literally just blinks, like literally blinks. I don't even feel it. It doesn't bother me because I know I'm learning something new. So thank you guys. Once again, my name is Dr. Ruthann Newton-Lightburn out of Freeport, Bahamas. And like I always say, service to humanity is what? Service to God. So thank you so much, guys. Enjoy. Great night, guys.
All right, thank you so much. See you soon, Dr. Franco. Thank you, Coach. Thanks to Ruthann. Thanks, Connolly. Thanks, friends and family, for coming. This weekend's going to be hot. It's going to be hot. It's going to be hot. Dr.
Yes,
Franco's
it's
in
going
the
to be
house.
fantastic.
Dr. Franco, we're going to
This
be in
weekend,
Bahamas.
This weekend, also Bahamas is going to be hot. And
We're gonna be
next week
rocking.
in Florida will be hot as well the following week. So
The sun ain't got nothing on us.
Oh, no, we on the move.
242
Fish
on the
Tank,
move.
Christian, yes, it was recorded. It's actually on YouTube. So let me put the link. Let me drop the link again in the chat. Give me 1 second. Let me drop it.
Bahamas rocking. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I try to do a million things at once.
Hey,
That's the
and if
YouTube
nobody
link,
wants to-
guys. It was recorded live on YouTube.
It's amazing.
Go ahead, Rhonda. Sorry.
No, I said, I noticed nobody wants to leave. That's the way it is with Sanki Global. You never want to leave because the information is just so pound.
Okay.
It's a family thing. It's a family thing. It really is.
I just have to say thank you so much to everyone for making this possible. Thank you, Doc, and I'm gonna be hitting you up. I already have people texting me. I want products now. Yesterday,
Awesome.
she said.
Yep, that's
how it works.
I love it. I love it.
That's how it works.
Yep.
I'm really happy. Looking forward to next weekend when you guys come over to do my my brunch.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's gonna be fun.
Love you all.
Thank you so much.
Thanks to my family all the way in the Virgin Islands who are on here with me. Thanks
Whoop, whoop.
to my sisters.
Hello to
my
Virgin
mom,
Islands.
everybody, my son, and all my fish tank family that's here. I
Whoop,
love
whoop.
you guys.
Hey.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's right. The support.
Mhm.
I see a bunch of mine on here too. So aunts, sister-in-laws,
Awesome.
cousins. Awesome. Guys, thanks so much also. And hey,
It
my
makes a
voice is way
difference.
better. Thanks to
Yes.
my daughters and Inner Seven.
Yes. Rhonda, you were amazing.
Hey, so are you, Jennifer. It's hey, when we finally meet, it's gonna be a major explosion, okay?
Oh yeah.
You know
We're
that.
doing this.
Oh yeah, we doing this. Folks, get involved, because when I tell you it's a God thing, it's a God thing. The body of Christ needs to be healed in so many different aspects. It ain't
Yes.
funny. I'm serious. I
And
really
the
Yeah,
Virgin
and I
Islands
want to
still
add
on
that
here, don't
you know,
worry.
Doc passed. Go ahead, Nurse
Virgin-
Donnelly, sorry.
If Virgin Islands is still on, tell them don't worry. We're gonna get down there to them as well. We're gonna get there.
Yeah, because
Are we
we're I
ready
think
to
we're
go on that trip?
well we're actually we're in Anguilla, we're in Tortula, we're in the parts of the BVI, we are in
Yeah,
there's
but
like
see,
3 or 4
they don't
people.
want us to be there by Zoom. I'm getting they want
in
the
person.
FRANCO or Dr. Helen or somebody up down there.
Child, Dr. Helen come there, that whole island might catch a fire even. The,
Man, rocket.
hey, the whole Bellage will run.
Rocket. Send her and Jennifer, and it's all over.
Hey Jennifer, when you see Dr. Helen, all you have to do is whisper it in her ears. You'll see her next week. Just whisper it in her ears.
She'd love to be there.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll be on. It'll
She'd
be
love to
on.
be there.
Just whisper in her ears.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks
No,
so
thank
much.
you.